Hello guys and gals, and welcome to another episode of Unique Items. Today we're going to be going over another one of the unique armors in Diablo 1. This one is a leather armor with 15 armor class, and it is also indestructible like the previous one. This is a pretty decent little armor for a low level character, but not really the greatest for like a higher level character.
Hello,
Let's go ahead and
my
identify
friend.
it.
Stay a while and listen.
And it is the Leather of Aught, A-U-T. The Leather of Aught has an armor class of 15. It has 5 strength bonus, which is actually kind of nice for early on, because it'll help you put on those weapons and helmets and shields and whatnot that you need. Also gives you a little bit of a damage boost as well if you're close to a little break point there. It has -5 magic, which is actually kind of bad for a lot of characters. But, I mean, if you're playing an early level warrior, you don't really need the magic anyway, so it's not that huge of a deal. It does have +5 dexterity, which will give you a little bit of attack rating, or your 2-hit chance, which is kind of nice. And it's indestructible, so you don't have to worry about it breaking. And in this game, indestructible is kind of nice, because, well, you know, basically items in this game, once they break, they're gone forever. They don't come back. You can't repair them. They're just gone. They just poof out of your inventory, which is pretty hilarious. Armor class 15 is actually pretty good for a low-level item, but it's not really great for a high-level item. Armor class in this game is very important, and when you're talking about your body armor piece, that's where the majority of your armor class is going to be coming from. High armor class can make it so that most monsters in the game can't touch you. And the same thing goes for the other way around, which is if monsters have high armor class, then you have to have high to-hit chance to be able to hit them. There's actually a point at which you can get your armor class so high that most monsters in the game can't touch you at all, which is actually really amazing. Leather of Aught, not really one of those items. 15 armor class isn't a lot, and it doesn't have any bonus to armor class, but at an early level, definitely a really useful armor that you could put on like a low-level warrior or something. It's certainly not going to be a terrible piece of equipment to put on. Now, later on in the game, when you start getting into higher levels and the monsters have higher and higher to hit chance, you're going to need higher and higher armor class to be able to combat that to hit chance to stay alive, at which point you're going to realize that the Leather of Aught is not going to take you into those higher level zones. Griswold will give us 2,637 gold coins for this armor if we want to sell it. And that's pretty much it for this. As always, I do appreciate you guys and gals joining me for these videos, even when we're just talking about a simple armor like Leather of Aught. We are going to be going over all of the armors. The next one on the list is the Wisdom's Wrap. So I hope you'll join me for that one. And we've got a couple really interesting ones in here that actually do exist in Diablo 2 as well. There are Gladiator's Bane, which exists in Diablo 2, Sparking Mail, Arcane's Valor, Naj's Light Plate. Those are all Diablo 2 items. So it'll be interesting to see how those Diablo 1 counterparts stack up to their Diablo 2 successors, right? As always, be sure to hit that like button and subscribe button, and keep watching.